Growing up in Cameroon was pretty interesting. We uh, we lived in a house with 27 people, so pretty big house, a lot of people. Um, it was five of us, my mom, my brother, my two brothers, and my sister, and everyone else was relatives of my dad or his other wife. It was kind of a polygamous thing because we're in Africa, it's okay, in Cameroon specifically. Living at home wasn't the easiest thing in the world. Most people see the house as a good place, a fun place to go back to. That wasn't my reality. It was more like I went back home to a house with 27 people or more. It wasn't a house that was big. It was a small size house with a lot of people, and it wasn't all my family members. It was my direct family and my dad's brothers, kids, and other people. It was kind of crazy. You really didn't get a sense of your own place at home. You don't have a belonging there. It's just a bunch of people all living together and doing their own thing. Only way for me to get away from like all of that craziness was for me to go. There was a hill that was a little bit down the street from my house, and I used to walk up the hill and sit there and just think and just look at the town and just be like, this is all I have. This is the future. I'm gonna be here my whole life, gonna die here, and just gonna live here the whole life. In Africa, you kind of have a sense of hopelessness. Well, my mom, while she was always there, she uh, she was not always healthy, and she later on found out. Before I was born, actually, she found out she had cancer. And so after I was born, she got treatment at the capital, Douala, in Cameroon, and she went there for a while. She went to Yaoundé too for the treatment, and it's just at some point it just wasn't enough. They were actually burning her skin when she was getting the treatment for the cancer. They were burning her skin, so that later on caused problems. But so that wasn't enough. She had to go get better help somewhere else. She's been in America before for her education. She went to U of M for schooling, for her master's degree and a bachelor degree. So she loved America, and so she had to come back here again. And she said that she just came home one day and told me when I'm gonna be gone for like 2 weeks. I'm gonna get my treatment, and I'll be back in 2 weeks. And I was like, okay, well, mom, bye. And 2 weeks later came, and I get a phone call saying, hey, when I'm in America, and I'm not coming back. So 2 years later, it was I've lived through a hard life, and it was nice that one day I was in school, and actually in fifth grade that time, class five, I was like 8, 9 years old. So that was in America standards, I'll be in third grade, but I was in fifth grade, so I was a little bit ahead. And they calls my mom on the phone, and her sister dropped the phone at the school, saying, "Hey, when your mom's on the phone, she want to talk to you." And my mom was like, "Hey, when I hope you're ready, but you coming to visit me, you come to America." So when finally, got settled in America, and we were living in Maplewood, Minnesota at the time, in a two-bedroom apartment with 5 people. It was time to go to school, but then again, my mom didn't really have a lot of money, and my school had a uniform, so all she could really afford was to take me to like a Goodwill, like a thrift store, to buy me a nice, khaki pants and blue shirt. Well, not really nice, what she can afford, but she couldn't afford to buy me shoes at the time, or like a snow coat or anything. So what she did was she gave me her shoes, her work shoes, her snow boots, and her snow coat. And I went to school that way because at the time we really couldn't afford anything more than that. The thing about my mom is that even when she's sick, you won't actually notice her being sick. She's not gonna make it obvious. You have to actually fight to actually figure out that she's sick. It's like a case where if she's sick, she will go to work. She won't sneeze. She wouldn't cough next to you. She'll cough when she's away from you, so you don't worry about her. She doesn't want you to worry about her. She does everything she can for you not to realize what she's going through, the pain she might be going through. And even when she was being kicked down by the work she was going through, the work she was in, she still didn't let us know that she was being pushed down by her employer. And my mom has like many different kinds of cancer. She has a whole list of them. And even with that, she still wakes up in the morning. She goes to work. She always has all her her sick days still there, and even when we go shopping, what do you want? What do you want to get when? She asks me, what do you want? She really tries to get me whatever she can afford to get me, and she does her best to make our lives easier. And so I was kind of down until my mom finally. This all happened. My mom started her business. She was doing great. Bought a new house, and I just saw that, and I was just like, okay, my mom can do it. I can improve myself too. So I started working out. I got in shape. I did everything, and I started learning to use myself, motivate myself by just being happy. My mom just kind of made that possible. She inspired me to improve myself. I learned a lot of new skills this summer, and my whole life has changed because now I can be happy just being alive. I'm happy. I'm rarely ever sad ever. Whatever she needs me to do, I do it for her because she took me from Africa where I would have had no future, brought me here. Even when she was sick, she still worked hard to give me whatever I needed. And there's absolutely nothing she can ask me to do today that I won't do for her because she deserves better. She deserves a son that actually listens to her and does whatever he can to make her happy. So all I want to say right now, Mom, is thank you. You're the best. I can't imagine, living right now without you. You've been there from the beginning, and you're still there. And I just want to say I love you, and you're the best, Mom. I love you. Thank you.